9 signs your daily habits shape your chronic disease risk. Have you ever considered how the choices you make every day in your teens and 20s are shaping your health for decades to come? The habits you form now, whether it's what you eat, how much you move, or how you handle stress, are silently influencing your risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. The truth is, your body is already sending you signals about whether your lifestyle is building a foundation for vitality or laying the groundwork for future health problems. Some young people sail through their days with energy, resilience, and confidence in their health, while others unknowingly increase their disease risk through poor diet, inactivity, or neglecting mental well-being. What makes the difference? It often comes down to a few key signs that reveal how your daily habits are impacting your long-term health. In this article, we're diving into 9 signs, backed by research from the World Health Organization and The Lancet, that show your habits are shaping your chronic disease risk. These aren't just warnings, they're insights from experts who study how lifestyle choices affect lifelong health. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own life, and more importantly, what you can do to reduce your risk and build a healthier future. Stay with us until the end, because you might be overlooking small habits that could have a massive impact on your well-being. Once you recognize these signs, you'll have a clear path to take control of your health and prevent chronic disease. Let's get started. Sign 1. Poor diet. One of the most critical signs that your daily habits are shaping your chronic disease risk is a poor diet, especially one high in junk food, sugar, or processed meals. Regularly eating fast food, sodas, or snacks like chips increases your risk of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease by causing weight gain and inflammation. According to a 2021 study in The Lancet, diets high in processed foods are linked to a higher risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular issues, even in young people. A healthy diet fuels your body with nutrients, while a poor one silently damages it. Consider 2 people, Jake and Zoe, both 19 years old. Zoe prioritizes home-cooked meals, filling her plate with vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. She feels energized and maintains a healthy weight. Jake, however, eats fast food almost daily, burgers, fries, and sugary drinks, because it's quick and cheap. He's gained weight and feels sluggish, unaware that his diet is increasing his diabetes risk. What Jake doesn't realize is that his eating habits are causing insulin resistance and fat buildup, setting the stage for chronic disease. A poor diet doesn't just affect your waistline. It's a major driver of long-term health problems. The good news? You can transform your diet. Start by adding more whole foods, like fruits, vegetables, and legumes, aiming for at least 5 servings daily. Limit processed foods and sugary drinks, and plan meals to avoid relying on fast food. If your diet is unhealthy, begin with small changes, like swapping soda for water or adding a salad to lunch. Consult a dietitian if you need guidance. Ask yourself, are you eating nutrient-rich foods, or is junk food a daily staple? A healthy diet protects your future. Make it a priority today. Sign 2. Low physical activity. If you're getting less than 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week, it's a sign that your habits are increasing your chronic disease risk. Physical inactivity raises the odds of heart disease, obesity, and even some cancers by weakening your cardiovascular system and metabolism. According to a 2020 report from the World Health Organization, regular exercise reduces the risk of heart disease by improving blood pressure, cholesterol, and weight control. A body in motion stays resilient, while a sedentary one becomes vulnerable to disease. Picture 2 people, Sarah and Liam, both 22 years old. Sarah stays active, walking to class, hitting the gym, and playing soccer with friends, easily surpassing 150 minutes of exercise weekly. She feels strong and rarely gets sick. Liam, however, rarely moves, spending most of his time gaming or studying at his desk. He's noticed he tires easily and has gained weight. What Liam doesn't realize is that his low activity level is harming his heart, increasing his risk of cardiovascular disease. Inactivity doesn't just limit fitness. It silently stresses your organs and raises disease risk. The good news? You can boost your activity level. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate exercise weekly. like brisk walking, cycling, or dancing, and include strength training twice a week. Start small if you're sedentary. Try a 10-minute walk daily and build from there. Find activities you enjoy to stay motivated. If fatigue or pain limits you, see a doctor to rule out health issues. Ask yourself, are you moving enough each week, or is inactivity holding you back? Exercise is your body's defense. Get moving to lower your disease risk. If you're finding this article helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more health insights. Let's keep going. Sign 3. Smoking or tobacco use. Any form of tobacco use, whether smoking cigarettes, vaping, or chewing, is a major sign that your habits are increasing your chronic disease risk. Tobacco damages your lungs, arteries, and DNA, raising the risk of lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. According to a 2022 study in Chest, even occasional smoking in young people causes measurable harm to lung function and blood vessels, with effects compounding over time. A tobacco-free body thrives, while any smoking builds a foundation for disease. Imagine 2 people, Liam and Ava, both 20 years old. Ava has never smoked, prioritizing clean air and a healthy lifestyle. Her lungs feel strong, and she rarely gets sick. Liam, however, smokes a few cigarettes socially on weekends, thinking it's harmless. He started coughing more and feels out of breath during exercise. What Liam doesn't realize is that his occasional smoking is damaging his arteries and lungs, increasing his risk of cancer and heart disease. Smoking doesn't just cause immediate harm, it sets a dangerous course for your health. The good news? Quitting tobacco at any age reduces disease risk. Seek support through quit lines, counseling, or nicotine replacement therapies like patches. Avoid triggers like alcohol or social settings where you're tempted to smoke. If you don't smoke, stay vigilant to avoid starting, including vaping, which also harms health. If you're struggling to quit, consult a doctor for personalized help. Ask yourself, are you tobacco-free, or is smoking part of your life? A smoke-free body is a healthy body. Commit to quitting today. Sign 4. High stress levels. Chronic stress, feeling constantly worried, overwhelmed, or anxious, is a sign that your habits are shaping your chronic disease risk. Prolonged stress raises cortisol and blood pressure, straining your heart and immune system. According to a 2021 study in hypertension, chronic stress in young people is linked to higher risks of hypertension and heart disease, even before age 30. A calm mind supports health, while unchecked stress silently damages your body. Consider 2 people, Chloe and Noah, both 17 years old. Noah manages stress with exercise and hobbies, staying relaxed even during exams. He feels balanced and sleeps well. Chloe, however, is always stressed about school and social pressures, with racing thoughts and tension headaches. She's unaware that her chronic stress is raising her blood pressure, increasing her heart disease risk. High stress doesn't just feel bad. It physically alters your body, paving the way for chronic conditions. The good news? You can reduce stress. Practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga, and make time for activities you enjoy. Build a support network of friends or family to share concerns, and consider therapy if stress feels overwhelming. Ask yourself, are you managing stress effectively, or is it taking a toll? A calm mind lowers disease risk. Find your stress relief strategy. If you're still reading and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more tips. Let's move on. Sign 5. Low sleep quality. Getting less than 7 hours of quality sleep nightly is a sign that your habits are increasing your chronic disease risk. Poor sleep impairs immunity, raises inflammation, and disrupts blood sugar regulation, increasing the risk of diabetes and heart disease. According to a 2023 study in Sleep, inadequate sleep in young adults is linked to higher rates of chronic illnesses later in life. Restful sleep repairs your body, while sleep deprivation weakens its defenses. Picture 2 people, Ryan and Mia, both 24 years old. Mia prioritizes sleep, getting 7 to 8 hours nightly with a consistent routine. She feels energized and rarely gets sick. Ryan, however, stays up late scrolling or studying, averaging 5 hours of sleep. He's tired, catches colds often, and struggles to focus. What Ryan doesn't realize is that his poor sleep is weakening his immunity and raising his disease risk. Low sleep doesn't just make you tired. It sets the stage for long-term health problems. The good news? You can improve your sleep. Stick to a regular sleep schedule, avoid screens an hour before bed, and create a relaxing bedroom environment. Limit caffeine and alcohol, which disrupt sleep. If sleep issues persist, see a doctor to check for insomnia or sleep apnea. Ask yourself, are you getting enough restful sleep? Or is sleep deprivation harming you? Quality sleep is your body's shield. Make it a priority. Sign 6. Ignoring regular check UPS. Skipping routine doctor visits or health checkups is a sign that your habits are increasing your chronic disease risk. Regular screenings catch early signs of issues like high cholesterol, hypertension, or prediabetes, allowing you to act before they become serious. According to a 2020 study in preventive medicine, young adults who avoid checkups are more likely to miss early disease markers, leading to worse outcomes later. Proactive health monitoring prevents problems, while ignoring checkups lets them grow. Imagine two people, Emma and Ethan, both 21 years old. Ethan gets annual physicals, tracking his blood pressure and cholesterol. When his doctor spotted slightly high glucose, Ethan adjusted his diet, preventing prediabetes. Emma, however, hasn't seen a doctor in years, thinking she's too young to need checkups. She's unaware of her rising blood pressure, increasing her heart disease risk. What Emma doesn't realize is that skipping checkups is missing opportunities to catch and fix issues early. Ignoring health screenings doesn't just delay problems, it amplifies them. The good news? You can start prioritizing checkups. Schedule an annual physical, and follow recommendations for screenings like blood tests or blood pressure checks. Keep a record of your health metrics to stay informed. If you're avoiding doctors due to cost or fear, explore low-cost clinics or discuss concerns with a healthcare provider. Ask yourself, are you staying on top of checkups or ignoring your health? Proactive care lowers disease risk. Make it a habit. Sign 7. Excessive alcohol consumption. Drinking alcohol excessively, especially binge drinking, is a sign that your habits are shaping your chronic disease risk. Heavy alcohol use damages your liver, heart, and brain, increasing the risk of cirrhosis, heart disease, and neurological issues. According to a 2021 study in alcohol research, binge drinking in young adults, defined as 5 or more drinks in one sitting, raises the risk of liver disease and cardiovascular problems. Moderate or no alcohol supports health, while excess harms it. Picture two people, Noah and Ava, both 23 years old. Ava drinks occasionally, sticking to one glass of wine with dinner and avoiding binges. She feels healthy and sleeps well. Noah, however, binge drinks every weekend, downing multiple beers or shots. He's noticed hangovers are worse and feels tired midweek. What Noah doesn't realize is that his heavy drinking is stressing his liver and heart, increasing his risk of chronic disease. Excessive alcohol doesn't just cause hangovers, it damages organs over time. The good news? You can cut back on alcohol. Stick to moderate drinking. Up to 1 drink per day for women, 2 for men, or abstain entirely. Replace drinking with social activities like sports or coffee meetups. If you struggle to reduce drinking, seek support from a counselor or programs like Alcoholics Anonymous. Ask yourself, are you drinking moderately? Or is alcohol a health risk? A sober or mindful approach protect your body. Choose wisely. If you're finding this article valuable, please comment number 7 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more health insights. Sign 8. No mindfulness practices. Ignoring your mental health by not practicing mindfulness or relaxation is a sign that your habits are increasing your chronic disease risk. Chronic stress and anxiety raise cortisol, which can lead to inflammation, heart disease, and weakened immunity. According to a 2022 study in psychosomatic medicine, mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling reduce stress and lower disease risk in young people. A mind that's cared for supports physical health, while neglect raises cortisol and disease risk. Imagine two people, Mia and Lucas, both 18 years old. Lucas practices mindfulness, meditating daily and journaling to process emotions. He feels calm and handles stress well. Mia, however, never takes time to relax, constantly rushing and worrying. She feels anxious and has trouble sleeping. What Mia doesn't realize is that her lack of mindfulness is raising her cortisol levels, increasing her risk of heart disease and other issues. No, mindfulness doesn't just stress your mind, it harms your body. The good news? You can start mindfulness practices. Try 5 to 10 minutes of meditation or deep breathing daily, or journal to reflect on your day. Apps like Headspace or Calm can guide beginners. Spend time in nature or with hobbies to unwind. If anxiety feels overwhelming, seek therapy. Ask yourself, are you practicing mindfulness or neglecting your mental health? A calm mind is a healthy body. Start nurturing it. Sign 9. Poor hygiene practices. Infrequent hand washing, skipping dental care, or neglecting personal hygiene is a sign that your habits are increasing your chronic disease risk. Poor hygiene raises the risk of infections, gum disease, and even heart disease, as oral bacteria can enter the bloodstream. According to a 2021 study in the Journal of Public Health, neglecting hygiene practices like brushing teeth or hand washing is linked to higher rates of infections and chronic conditions. Good hygiene protects your body, while poor habits invite disease. Picture two people, Ethan and Zoe, both 20 years old. Zoe brushes her teeth twice daily, flosses, and washes her hands regularly. She rarely gets sick and has healthy gums. Ethan, however, skips brushing often, rarely flosses, and doesn't wash his hands before eating. He's had gum infections and catches colds frequently. What Ethan doesn't realize is that his poor hygiene is increasing his risk of gum disease and related heart issues. Poor hygiene doesn't just cause bad breath, it raises your disease risk. The good news? You can improve hygiene. Brush your teeth twice daily, floss once, and visit the dentist yearly. Wash your hands with soap before eating or after touching surfaces, and shower regularly. Make hygiene a routine, like setting reminders for brushing. If dental care is costly, explore free clinics. Ask yourself, are you practicing good hygiene or neglecting it? Clean habits protect your health. Commit to them daily. If you're still reading, please comment number 9 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more health insights. Final thoughts. Now that you've explored these 9 signs, take a moment to reflect on your daily habits. Are you eating well, staying active, avoiding tobacco, managing stress, sleeping enough, getting checkups, drinking moderately, practicing mindfulness, and keeping good hygiene? Or are you noticing signs like poor diet, inactivity, or neglecting health that could raise your chronic disease risk? The good news is that your habits are in your control, and small changes in your teens and 20s can prevent disease later. Your choices today shape your heart, lungs, and overall health for decades. Don't wait for a health scare. Start now. Eat a vegetable, take a walk, quit smoking, or book a checkup. These steps aren't just about today. They're about building a vibrant, disease-free future. Your health is your power. Embrace healthy habits, make smart choices, and stay strong for the journey ahead. Comment number 28 below to stay engaged.